So Israel wants to build another wall, this time in the Gaza Strip. Now that may give the impression that Gaza doesn't have walls. In fact, Gaza has been walled in for many, many years. And that is a great part of the problem. Gaza has been under an Israeli siege for 17 years, has been under Israeli military occupation since 1967, and has been attacked by Israel repeatedly since the Nakba, or the Palestinian catastrophe of 1948. So Gaza has always been zoned off, walled off, surrounded, besieged in various levels and at various capacities in the last 75 years and counting. And Gaza is not the only place in Palestine that has walls. You must have heard of the so-called separation wall. That is the apartheid wall that Israel is building in the West Bank, rather on Palestinian land in the West Bank. And also, Jerusalem is itself divided from Bethlehem by walls. Not just one wall, many walls. That's not all the walls that Israel has built. There are walls in South Lebanon. They want to build even more walls now. There are walls between Israel and Sinai and between Gaza and Egypt. There are walls under sea. In fact, there are three main water barriers under sea to block Gaza off. And they want to build yet more walls now in the so-called Philadelphia route between Rafah and Egypt. So why does Israel think that one more wall is going to solve all of its problems? Why can't Israel realize that maybe walls are not the solution, but rather the problem in the first place? Maybe people don't like to be caged in like animals. Maybe people like to have political aspirations and freedom that would allow them to live like normal human beings with rights, basic and fundamental rights that they have been denied for generations. But that's how Israel thinks, and Israel will continue to think that way until we force Israel to think otherwise. And the way you force Israel or any colonial apartheid regime to think otherwise is by putting pressure on Israel. Now, of course, that wall, whether it's built or not, is not going to make any difference. At the end of the day, the resistance is going to continue until the Palestinian people achieve their freedom. Trust me, nothing is going to change. But I think it's very important to add this little caveat at the end, which is, remember Israel when they invaded Gaza on October 7th and after that, they did so because they thought that the ultimate plan here is to have complete control, militarily, security, and administrative control of Gaza. Obviously, they have failed. Otherwise, why do they just want to take a chunk of Gaza to build their own new safety, security zones and belts and walls? It means that the original plan of turning all of Gaza into a security zone for Israel has fundamentally failed. And now they are resorting to some other plan, which will fail as well, because the resistance is too strong and because Palestinians are not going to be hindered by walls, neither in the West Bank, nor in Gaza, nor anywhere else.